What's going on, guys? And I just finished watching the Google I/O event, and I really excited about the new bar. Really excited to check out the new board and the 3D maps, and also we will see how the Fold, the Google tablet, and 7A works out when it eventually launches, and we can all test it out. But right now, I'm not here to talk about that. In that website, when I was waiting to see the event, I saw a let's just say countdown of numbers, and if you hover it, it will look like this. So it's not exactly that. They used a SVG image to to make this, but I just didn't want to mess with SVG, or I just challenged myself to create this one without an SVG. And SVG, for those of you who don't know, is basically a heavily customizable image where you can, let's just say if you have a cycle, we can individually control the speed of its wheels. So like that. I will post a video about SVG in my future I will talk about SVG graphics in a future video, so subscribe so you won't miss out that video. Yeah, so let's just start coding this one. Let me just change to the other tab, and don't worry, if this one makes you worried, alright, now it's just zeros here. Okay, and we have on our HTML side of things a container, and once again I'm using a code pen, so I'm not gonna write body and HTML tag and then link to CSS because everything's already set here. So yeah, with that being said, in the HTML file I have a main div called container, and then inside of that I have 4 divs called oval because it is a oval shape, or we can put the names like 0 here because it's basically a 0, and inside that I've written the number 0. So it's just basically a 0 inside a div. And that's it for this. And on the CSS I have normalized everything first of all, and then centered everything using the body. Alright, now let's code our container. I need it to be display relative. Alright, and then oval. Let me just increase the size. Okay, just a little bit. Alright, now I hope you guys can see it much more clearly. Okay, we don't need the HTML right now, so yeah, let's oval. Okay, OVAL. Okay, and then we can write position absolute so that everything crashes, so the zeros are arranged on a forward level. So think of it as a 3D plane, so the zeros will be behind, other zeros will be behind of this one 0. Alright, now font size will be 180 pixels, and background white. Background, oh sorry, just color color white, since we are working with a font here. Alright, now it's disappeared, and for seeing it we can use a property called text shadow, which basically gives it a shadow as the name suggests. So first we have the y offset, x offset, which we don't want, and then y offset, which also we don't want, and then the blur, amount of blur, which is gonna be 5 pixels black. Alright, now we can see our 0, but it's a bit off center. So to make it center, we can use the same things here. Display flex, center. Alright, now it's perfectly centered. Okay, and the reason why I use relative here, because if it wasn't there, the position absolute won't work. So yeah, and now let's make the zeros appear to be many zeros on its back. But one more thing, I need to change the font family to Helvetica because it looks much cleaner now. Alright, now for making much more zeros to appear, I am gonna use .oval, a property or a zero element, which is called nth child, and I will explain what that is in a moment. Let's just say 1 for now, and then give it a transform scale 1.75. Scale 1.75. so you can see there is a giant 0 before it, and doesn't come just come randomly. It's basically a 0 that was in back of it. So we have 4 zeros here, right? So they are all stacked up against each other, and we can individually select the zeros by defining it. So the first one is this one, so we specify it as nth child 1, and this one will be second, third, fourth. Alright, just copy it and paste it, paste it, paste it. Okay, now we have 4 here, and yeah, we need to use here 2, 5 and 3, 75, I mean 1, no, 1.25. okay, now we can clearly see there is the same alignment that I saw before, or the one that I show you guys before when the video started. And you might be wondering why I'm doing like this, because okay, we actually don't need the 4, but just for making things clear, the 4 is basically the first element that we made, which is this one. Alright, let me just pick it right here, just for making it clear. So the reason why I did is, the reason why I scaled down by each child is because of the way it is stacked. So the first one is on the really back end, so we need that one to be bigger so that we can see the effect just pops out. And if you do the reverse, it will just look like the 0 is going inside. So that's basically it, and let's start making the colors. So color, container hover, I need cursor to be pointer, and yeah, we have the hand right here. And now we are moving on to our colors. Okay, alright, now for the colors, when we hover it, we can specify first of all the container.hover, and then after that which element should be affected by this hover. So here I have the oval and the nth child, first one, which is gonna be the biggest circle or the 0, but we don't have any codes, and I have given the colors, just say color, and then I have put these colors here. So first one will be blue. I have commented it out so it won't affect our code, so copy it and just paste it. Alright, do this for all 4 of this element. Alright, and just change the number 3 and 4, and then give it their corresponding colors. Copy it, and second one, paste it, and red, copy, and yeah, third one will be red, paste it, and also the green, don't forget the green, copy and paste. Alright, now I've also given a transition right here, transition 0.5 second all to this oval here. So let's see how it works. There we go, it's working great. And this was just a fun little project. I just thought I'll just do it when I saw it on the Google I/O event. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new on the way. Until the next video, goodbye.